It's a switch from one rhino to another. But it could lead to many more, instead of potentially none. News.com has learned about a first in veterinary medicine. An embryo was transferred Wednesday, January 24, from one white rhinoceros to another. It's a longshot attempt to save the northern white rhino, which one encyclopedia calls the most endangered animal on Earth. Only 2 female northern white rhinos are alive, at a preserve in Kenya. The last male died in 2018. On top of that, the 2 females, Fatu and Najin, are unable to carry babies to term. So the options are slim: transplant or extinction. The Bio-Rescue Project was created 10 years ago to save them. Developing eggs were taken from the 2 females in 2019, taken to a laboratory in Italy and mingled with sperm saved from deceased males. The result, 2 viable rhino embryos. Repeating the process now has led to 30 embryos. Bringing back the northern white rhino to this ecosystem will help to heal the ecosystem, Bio-Rescue Director Thomas Hildebrandt told the Washington Post. But the embryo transplant announcement did not involve any of the lab creations. 2 embryos from one southern white rhino were inserted into another one as a test. If it works, scientists are likely to keep using southern white rhinos as surrogates to rebuild the northern white rhino population. The first northern white embryos may be inserted this year. The northern white rhino reached the extinction point due to poaching. News.com reported in February 2023 on how 2 of them were shot and killed in South Africa. A PBS Nature program in 2010 explained some people consider their horns a method of healing. In traditional Chinese medicine, the horn, which is shaved or ground into a powder and dissolved in boiling water, is used to treat fever, rheumatism, gout, and other disorders, an article based on the program says. In other cultures, the rhinoceros horn is a sign of manhood. The horn continues to be coveted by Muslim men, although imports were banned in 1982, the PBS program explains. In Yemen, they're turned into daggers called jambia, which boys receive when they turn 12. Only 5 species of rhinos exist, according to the Encyclopedia Britannica: white, northern and southern, black, Indian, Javan, and Sumatran. The total population is thought to be fewer than 30,000. But all this background leads to a question, which could be the stuff of US political humor. What is the difference between a northern and a southern white rhino? The answer: not much. They have different DNA, and the southern kind tends to be longer and heavier than the northern kind. Assuming the embryo project is successful, the northern white rhino should live a long time. They can survive 50 years in the wild and 55 in zoos.